Hey everybody, Shane here with ParaLife TV. Today I'm going to show you how to independently transfer using a sliding board, otherwise known as a transfer board, from my wheelchair to my bed. So don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to show you today how to transfer using a sliding board, or it's also called a transfer board, from my wheelchair to my bed, then back into the wheelchair. So, sliding board. It's made out of wood, typically made out of wood. The ones that I've always seen are made out of wood. And what the purpose of this is to help assist somebody that cannot bear weight on their legs to transfer from their wheelchair to whatever surface, like if it's a bed, toilet, couch, to their car, is to make a bridge to help them slide across safely from their wheelchair to the bed. Now, I don't use a sliding board, but when I first got injured, I did use a sliding board because I didn't have the upper body strength to transfer directly from my chair up onto my bed or up into my car. So this is kind of like a step before you get to the independent from the wheelchair to wherever you're going to go. That I took. So I used a sliding board until I built up enough strength. And then when I did build up the strength, I kind of just set that aside. Okay, so if you want to take a look here, I don't know if you can see, but you can see the sliding board, how it has, how it tapers off into angles here on both sides. Okay, that is so you can easily place the board under your leg for when you want to transfer. Okay, so we're going to transfer onto my bed, and for a bed transfer using a sliding board, you're going to want to get as close up to the top part of your bed as possible, because you don't want to transfer down here on your bed, because when you transfer down here, you're going to have to push your way up to your pillow, right? So you want to get back as far as you can, close to your pillows as possible. Okay, so now with a wheelchair, you're going to want to get the angle to the bed. Okay, you want to angle your chair slightly, and you're going to want to put your brakes on. Okay, very important that you have your brakes on. Okay, because you don't want to be transferring mid-transfer and your chair move, and then the board slip off the bed or slip off your chair, and then you'll be down. And if you have side guards on your wheelchair or armrests, you want to remove your side guards or armrests. If you have an armrest on the opposite side that you're transferring, you may want to keep that on to hold on for stability and to help push. For my side guard, it's very thin. If I pushed off on that side guard, I'll probably end up breaking it, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to use my wheel to help slide me off. So I'm not going to I can bear a little bit of weight on my legs to help push up, but in this transfer, I'm not going to bear any weight. So I'm going to slide my butt to the edge of my seat a little bit. And I'm going to take the board where it is at the thinnest end, where it angles down to the thinnest, and place it. I'm going to, first for that, I'm going to lean to my right. I'm going to place the board under my leg and my bottom. Now I want to make sure on the bed here too, I don't know if you can see, okay? That I want to leave a good 4 inches or so on the bed. Right here I have a good 6 or 7 inches, which is great. And under my leg and bottom, I have another good 5 or 6 inches there. Because you don't want to have partial, 2 or 3 inches where it may slip off the side of the bed, and then you'd fall down on the floor, right? So you want to have a good portion of the board here, and a good portion under your butt, so you can have a nice bridge. Now, ideally, for this type of transfer, it would be ideal to have your chair the same height as the surface that you're going to transfer onto to make it for a smooth transition. However, it's not going to happen most times. You're going to have an uphill slant to get up, or downhill and then reverse and back in your chair or back into the bed. So now that I have my chair secure, brakes on, I have the board under my leg, a good 4 or 5 inches under my leg and my butt and securely on the bed, I'm going to put my hand on the sliding board on this end here, have my chair hand on my wheel, and I am going to slowly push myself across the board and slide onto the bed. And then when I safely get onto the bed, I'm going to lean over and remove the sliding board from underneath my butt and my leg. Place it, and then you can finish your transfer onto the bed that you normally do. Now to get off, again, make sure your brakes are on your chair. Grab your sliding board. And you're going to lean over. In this case, I'm going to lean over to my left and place the board under my butt and leg. Like I said, make sure you have a good 5 or 6 inches of that board on the bed so it doesn't slip off. And then I'm going to make sure there's a good portion of the board on the wheelchair seat as well. And then again, I'm just going to scoot myself over by pushing myself over bit by bit onto my seat of my chair. When I get to the seat of my chair safely, I'm going to lean over to my right and remove the sliding board. There you have it. So these boards you can buy at your local retail outlet, like Walmart has them. You can get them off Amazon. So this one here looks like it's actually a homemade one that I borrowed from our rehab facility for spinal cord injuries and head injuries. So I borrowed this one just to try out. So they come in different lengths. It's all really depends on what suits you. The length of the board, or even if you need one. So this is what I used. Again, this is what I used for when I started off for transferring until I built up enough upper body strength just to go directly from my chair to surface. This is like a stepping stone for me that I used to get to that point. So very, very useful tool to have. And yeah, so there you go. This is what you call a sliding board or a transfer board for wheelchair users. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that subscribe button, like, share, leave a comment, and I hope you found it helpful. All right, till next time.